Welcome to Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Arizona State Sun Devils. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, the Sun Devils head coach told me pregame he is so pleased with the way this quarterback is playing. As you know, he was a transfer coming in, and they didn't know what they were getting exactly. But he has become one of the leaders of this team. He has proven that he can carry them. If he keeps playing like this, the sky's the limit. I'll keep you posted on how he's settling in here early to start this game. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. On the move from inside his spot. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Arizona State's offense will have the first possession of the game. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius as...
Here's a little room there. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Quickly complete. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. Trying to set up the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable. To the air, it's Boley. With the catch, it's Anderson. Runs through a man, he might have some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field. The run inside. It's Brown. He's going to lose a yard on that one. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Using the quick game. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The Wolverines offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game is they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Got it behind the line. It's Marshall. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Play action with Underwood. Buying some time as he moves left. He'll try to do it himself. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Here comes the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a fourth down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Bryce Underwood to throw for it on fourth. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Back to pass, it's Bowling. Catch in the middle, it's Harris.
And Kenny Dillingham, man, he knows how to coach offense. And he got that big extension this offseason, and he immediately took it and invested in the wide receiver position. Like, to make it easy for his quarterbacks. Got two of the best ones in the portal. They expect the pass game to continue to grow and develop, even though Sam Levitt took off.
Well, and you got to replace Jordan Tyson. In my eyes, he was the best receiver available in the draft from a season ago. And so you got some new...
Could be an outing. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Sun Devils come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Got a man, it's Miller. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Off the play fake. Bringing the heat. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
Here they come, facing third and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man to the left. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Arizona State! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's the handoff. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Timeout taken by the Sun Devils, their first of 3. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. To the ground. He's got it again. Sweet cut there. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
They'll give it to the back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Gets the back moving. On the snap, it's Marshall. Fighting off another broken tackle. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. Snap to the back. Makes him talk to the hand. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off the RPO, complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, the ground game. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They go play action. Bryce Underwood fires to the tight end. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. Coming out on first down with the play fake. That's caught. It's Miller. Racing down the left side. Past the 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, ASU!
There's usually two different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal line. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot and try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do
it. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Running inside. It's Marshall. Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Firing to the right, complete. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He might want another play. Underwood. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
He's going to take off. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He wants it all. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to throw. It's Underwood. Moving out to the right. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Wolverines! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Sun Devils offense makes its way onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Hand off for Brown. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Back to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Brown. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
Throws to the wideout. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be 4th down. Hunt is on its way. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Wolverines offense heads out ready to go on the attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Using his legs, it's Marshall, who plows through the defense.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Looking to pick up a 1st down on 3rd and short from the 43. They'll try to run for it. Might have a chance. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Offense threatening 1st and 10 from the 31. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Turning it on! And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. Oh, a lot of space. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll move the tight end. Trying the run, it's Robinson. Maybe got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's in, pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
Really nice physical running back time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a 1-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the first half.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. Picks up the first down. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this, this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Oh, they're after it. Showing off those sweet feet as he gets it to the 45. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use the timeout. It's their second. They'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Wants to adjust the pattern. Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. All by himself. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here's Underwood to throw. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We start with Notre Dame taking on the number 9 team, the South Carolina Gamecocks. And it's the Fighting Irish getting a banner day from their stars on the road. To pick up victories away from home, that's the mark of a focused team. This ball club now stands at 7 wins. They've assured themselves at the very least of a better than 500 regular season.
The Sun Devils will kick it away to crank up the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. What do they talk about at halftime, Holly?
I caught up with the Michigan coach at the half. They are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. From the gun, running back on the move. Got enough for the first. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's first and maybe a crease. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play they run.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 of the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Arizona State offense onto the field. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Here's Brown to begin the drive. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harris. You want to talk about changing... Position, a huge play. Takes it down to the 37.
And he drops back and he surveys the field, and I think he did a really good job being patient. The middle of the field comes open. Receiver runs a nice post route. Great throw, great catch. Nice job finding the explosive play by this offense.
A give to Brown. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Finds his man. It's Anderson. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
To throw, it's Bowling. He's got him in the flat. Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And the Sun Devils have their offense in high gear. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. So now it's 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. Gonna look downfield again. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
The Sun Devils go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Here's a give to Robinson. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Looking to the end zone, it's incomplete. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Good, right down the boulevard. And we are dead even after the field goal here in the 3rd.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
They're going to ride this running back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
And the Wolverines in the hurry up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get line.
Oh, he's got some space. Still on his feet. He's brought down the one to play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. In the red area, it's Marshall. Fights off a defender. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. second down as we open the final stanza. They'll try the run. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Underwood on the play action. On the move to his left. Touchdown, Michigan! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
That's a huge score for this offense, and as a head coach, you love to see your team respond. Obviously, your defense gives up a field goal on the last possession to tie the game. Offense doesn't even flinch. You come out on the field, you execute, you march it down the field, score a touchdown, and you punctuate that drive, retaking the lead and putting all the pressure back on your opponent.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got a man, it's Harris. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Hand off for Brown. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. To the air, it's Bowling. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. Tight end now in motion. Looking to throw. Snags it, and there's running room. Touchdown, Arizona State! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. The Sun Devils take the lead right back.
And listen, if I have a playmaker at running back like that with that kind of speed, yeah, I'm going to throw the swing to him too. He drops back, surveys the field. He says, I know my guy can make a play, gets the ball in his hands right now on the swing. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Throwing, Underwood. Can't make the catch, it's incomplete, and that drop might have cost him a big play on first down.
Now, a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, and they've got a little bit of space to operate, that's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the... The Wolverines decide to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Looks it in at the 40. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. The Sun Devils offense makes its way onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big...
Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Michigan! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
What a play by this defense. The offense going in to take the lead. No. Flip the script. The big pick six. Now you're leading in this ball game. What a play by the D.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. He'll start the return in, and the ball is loose on the return. Kicking team's got it.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
And the Wolverines will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Safe completion on the screen. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines! They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Intercepted, and the defense has set them up.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
A little release to the back. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. 4th quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Timeout taken by the Sun Devils, their first of 3. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Underwood. Get it out on the screen. Jukes his way for more. There's timeout on the field. Arizona State calls it 2nd. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Making side adjustments here. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And whistle to stop the clock as they check on the injured Sun Devil. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Oh, and he missed it. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, The field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the score.
Lets it fly. Upstairs, he's got it. Just what they needed. Huge explosive play as he takes it. 33.
Well, you're down 2 possessions. The defense knows you're going to take shots, so it's not going to be easy. But how about that explosive play and a 50-50 ball? Guy comes down with it, and that is perfect. You've got to score.
He'll take a shot. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, ASU.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he tacks on the extra point. Trailing by a touchdown here in the 4th, they'll try to get it back with the onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The offense likely to lead on the run to milk this clock. The give and tick, 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 tick. He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving. Defense calls a timeout. 2:07 remaining on the clock. Interesting strategy here to try to maximize their use of the 2-minute timeout. There's some room. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
On the play. First and goal, Michigan.
The Wolverines trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Bowling. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. He's going to run it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. They're moving quickly after that big 4th down conversion. Clock will roll when the ball is set. To the air on 1st down. Punch it out of the air. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
If you like the stats, and I know you do, he's over 400 yards passing down.
Yeah, if they win this game, he's getting a game ball. There's no doubt about it. This guy has been on fire from the very start of this football game. He's just been throwing bullets all over the field.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Boley. Under fire. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Here's a heat. Hauls it in the 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Everybody lined up, quickly snapped and spiked to stop the clock.
On the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. The throw. Zings it complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. On target. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be 1st and goal. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Looking to the end zone. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but to no avail, and that's going to do it for this one. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff.